Lucy is a university student who works in an office during the day and at a restaurant in the evenings. Occasionally, she participates in research studies at a science laboratory. To pay for educational expenses and rent, Lucy juggles multiple jobs. Her sister's boyfriend frequently pressures her about her share of the rent. Meanwhile, she cares for Birdman, an alcoholic who is deeply attracted to her. While Lucy does not reciprocate his romantic feelings, she enjoys his company, and their interactions are the only time she is shown smiling or laughing. A running joke between them is Birdman's frequent marriage proposals, to which Lucy always says no. Struggling with financial pressure and Birdman's addiction, Lucy decides to look for another part-time job. In response to a classified ad for a short-term position, Lucy meets Clara, who runs a service combining lingerie modeling and catering for black-tie dinner parties attended mostly by male clients. Clara assures Lucy that the men are not allowed to engage in sexual activity with the women, and Lucy agrees to try the job. Clara inspects Lucy's body and assigns her the alias Sarah for anonymity. At her first dinner party, Lucy stands out by wearing white lingerie, while the other women are dressed in more revealing black outfits. After working at a couple of dinner parties, Lucy is promoted. Clara's assistant calls her with a new proposition. Lucy will be sedated and sleep naked while male clients lie beside her. The men are allowed to caress and cuddle her, but are strictly prohibited from vaginal penetration. Lucy agrees, and during her first session, she is sedated and placed unconscious on a bed. Clara leads the client, an older man, into the room and reminds him of the rules before he undresses and lies beside Lucy. After several of these sessions, Lucy earns enough money to move into a larger, more expensive apartment where she lives alone. One day, she receives a call from Birdman, who has overdosed on painkillers. Rushing to his house, she finds him dying in bed. Fulfilling his last request, she tearfully removes her shirt and lies beside him. He dies in her arms. At Birdman's funeral, Lucy abruptly asks an ex-boyfriend to marry her, echoing Birdman's playful banter. The ex-boyfriend, misunderstanding the context, refuses her, citing Lucy's personal struggles as his reasons. At her next assignment, Lucy asks Clara if she can see what happens during the sessions while she is sedated. Clara declines, explaining that allowing such a request would jeopardize the client's privacy. Determined, Lucy decides to secretly film her next session. During the session, the client, once again the first man, drinks tea laced with a significantly larger dose of the sedative. The next morning, Clara discovers the man has died. She checks his pulse calmly, showing no surprise. Clara then revives Lucy, who is also overdosed, by performing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. When Lucy wakes and sees the dead man lying beside her, she begins to scream. The film ends with the footage from Lucy's hidden camera, showing the lifeless man and the unconscious girl lying peacefully together in bed.